Hello viewers, in today's class we are going to discuss a very interesting and conceptual problem from definite integrals involving the greatest integer function and the signum function, right? So in this problem we are going to solve this integral that is from 0 to pi and greatest integer of pi plus signum of x, right? So here we see that two important functions from mathematics, that is the greatest integer function and the signum function, are involved in the integrand, right? So our integrand is greatest integer of pi plus signum of x, right? And the limits are from 0 to pi. So here we'll solve this problem by making use of the concept of signum function and greatest integer function, right? So let us start. Now here let us first call this integral as I, right? Now here we see that in the integrand we have the signum function, right? So let us first take the definition of signum function. So we define signum function like this, that is signum of x is equal to plus 1 whenever x is greater than 0, right? And signum of x will take the value 0 whenever x is equal to 0, and signum of x will take the value minus 1 for all x which are less than 0, right? So this is the definition of signum function. Now here we see that the limits of integration are from 0 to pi, right? And we see that the value of pi, that is the approximate value of pi, is 3.14, right? So it implies that we have to integrate from 0 to 3.14, right? So this is the approximate value of pi. So from 0 to 3.14, all the values of x are positive, right? So x is greater than 0 for all x belonging to this interval, that is 0 to pi, right? So signum of x will take the value plus 1, right? In this interval, that is from 0 to pi, signum of x will take the value plus 1, because all the x which lies between 0 and pi are greater than 0, right? So signum of x will take plus 1 value. So here we'll substitute the value of signum function as 1, right? So now we have the integral from 0 to pi, greatest integer of pi plus 1, right? Now here we see that pi is a constant and 1 is also a constant, right? So what we will do, we'll just add up these two numbers. So pi is the approximate value of pi is 3.14, and here we have 1, right? So if we add these two numbers, what we will get, we'll get 4.14, right? The greatest integer of 4.14, right? Now at this step we have to make use of the definition of greatest integer function, right? Now the greatest integer of 4.14 is obviously equal to 4, right? Because this 4 is the greatest integer which is less than 4.14. So the value of greatest integer of 4.14 is simply 4, and now here we will substitute the value 4, and we have the integral 0 to pi 4 dx, right? Now 4 is a constant, we can take it out from the integral sign. So we have 0 to pi, and here we have simply dx, and now the integral dx is simply x. Here we have x, and the limits are from 0 to pi. So now we can write it as pi minus 0. So this is simply 4 pi, right? So the value of this integral is equal to 4 pi. So this is how we solve this very interesting integral, just by making use of the definition or the concept of signum function and the greatest integer function.